If you're watching this, there's a good chance you've already done a lot of work on yourself and you've probably read all the books and you've tried to change your mindset. And you've maybe even had moments where everything felt clear and you had these breakthroughs and things happened in a positive sense. But most likely, life pulled you back again. And I want to start with something very, very simple, but very important to understand. Nothing on your journey has gone wrong. Everything is always moving forwards. It's always evolving. You're always growing, even in those moments where you might not think that's the case. You're always adapting and growing to something new. And this whole game is about capacity. What you've been trying to change previously actually was never the problem in the first place, which was kind of the problem. It's actually a bit of a paradox if you think about it, because the biggest revelation of this whole thing is that fear isn't mental. It's not in the mind. Fear is something that exists in the nervous system. And we're really only just beginning to understand the profundity of this thing. Fear is nervous system based. And just let that land for a moment. You might feel it in your body. And all of the metaphysical industry, the spiritual industry, all of the books, the seminars, everything that people do, there's kind of been a misdiagnosis. For decades, we've been taught that a fear within us is a problem of thinking, a belief issue, a worry issue, a mindset issue, something to fix through developing better thoughts. And we've always met these things at the level of the mind. We've been taught to replace it, reframe the thought, numb it, bypass it, think positively, become delusional. And of course, sometimes that's helped to a degree, but for a lot of people, it didn't, because there's something more fundamental than that. And when it didn't work for people, things like vision boards and affirmations and all these things that we do, they've assumed that they're the problem. And that is what we're going to shatter. That's the belief that we're going to shatter. Because you have to understand one thing, that fear does not respond to logic. Fear responds to safety. And with safety comes more capacity for expansion. Fear lives only in the nervous system. And it was certainly a very profound moment for me when I realized that fear is biological. It's automatic and it's pre-verbal. And it has nothing to do with our goals and affirmations. Its only job is survival. And this world we live in now moves too fast and demands too much of us and rarely allows us and our body to recover fully from the stress. So most people spend their entire lives with the nervous system fully on guard. Not because anything's going particularly wrong or as a reflection of a failure within you, the human, or me, the human, but because at some point that vigilance kept you safe. So this is what I believe is the key to manifesting amazing life. This is what I believe is the key to expanding your entire life in every area beyond your wildest dreams. It's understanding that when the body is braced always for survival, your perception narrows. And when perception narrows, life feels harder. Not because life is harder, but because you're seeing life through threat and not opportunity. And this is where so many people exhaust themselves. They try to overpower biology with willpower. You see, the fundamental problem with that is willpower is finite. Safety is a state. It's infinite. You don't change your life by forcing the mind to believe differently. You change your life when the body no longer feels life as a threat. And then things respond accordingly to that. Opportunities, better relationships, better friendships. When the nervous system relaxes, something very, very practical, but also divine happens. You begin to see things laterally, not through a narrow perception. Where there were not options around different things, more options are created. You respond to the world instead of react to the world. That changes the whole game. Action becomes inspired and cleaner, not forced, not dramatic, not ego-based, inspired. Inspiration is your channel from the divine. And this is the real shift. The deepest work is not in becoming someone new. You are already full, whole, and complete. It's undoing the chronic defense mechanisms that exist within you and have existed for eons of time, way before this life. Nervous system regulation, non-reaction, letting the body complete what it never got to finish. When that happens, certainty stops being something you chase. It becomes something you carry within you. Ever notice those people you meet that just have this calmness about them, this calm awareness about them, and they just ooze confidence without any ego? That's what this is all about. And from that place, life outside of you will start to move very differently, not because you're trying more or you're doing better or you've suddenly found the magic potion that's going to change your life. It's because you're no longer continually fighting yourself, and it changes the whole game. So if you've ever felt frustrated, annoyed, angry, helpless, that your growth and the things that you've done haven't translated into the life you know is possible, I want you to consider this thing for a moment. Maybe nothing needs fixing. Maybe everything is perfect. This is not a becoming, it's a shedding. Maybe your nervous system just needs to feel safe enough to let go. That's not weakness. Passivity is not weakness. That's divine intelligence. So this channel is going to explore these concepts deeply and properly, because I believe that an abundant life comes from a regulated nervous system, nothing else. Not surface level mumbo jumbo, not surface level motivational techniques and dream boards, not forcing positivity, but actually teaching you how life actually changes when fear is no longer a part of your operating system. So if that resonates, stay close, subscribe to the channel. This is just the beginning of an amazing journey ahead.